All right, this is Tower Street, and we're standing in front of 31 Tower Street. On my birth certificate, it says that my mother was living here when I was born. So this is where my mother conceived me, and this is where she was living when I was born, 31 Tower Street. Of course, I never grew up here. I never grew up in Tower Street, but I was born here. I don't know at what age I was. I don't know at what age I was when she moved away, but this is where she was. And this is downtown Kingston, in the heart of downtown Kingston. And the prison is not very far away from here. The prison was a big industry for people living in the area where they could get jobs working at the prison. And this prison has been there for over 100 years. I understand that it was where they would bring slaves off the ships and keep them there, and it developed into one of Jamaica's biggest prisons, and one of the most notorious as well, because a lot of people complain about the treatment, the overcrowding, and so on and so forth that takes place at that particular prison. But as you can see, this is the inner city area. It's now a depressed area, you know, lower working class people live here and so on. And this place is fairly quiet. Years ago, they used to have a street dance along the street here, almost on a weekly basis. And it went on for several years. It provided employment for people, and people would come here and have a lot of fun. But for some reason, it was discontinued and they stopped doing it here. So then they moved it nearer to Tivoli Gardens, what they call Passa Passa. And you know, something like that is very important to people because it's a way of making a living. It's a very depressed area, not a lot of job opportunities and so on. And as you can see, the housing stock is not the best either. But it is an old community, and this is life for Jamaicans in the inner city. Yeah, the prison is right there. We're looking at the prison, and there is a school right there. On the left is the prison. As you can see, the wires there. That is the back side of the prison, and right across from the prison is a school over there. And as I said before, this is 31 Tower Street, where my mother was living when I was born. This is Beeston. I think this is called Beeston Street. And then that is Elliston Road right there. And at the bottom of Elliston Road is a police station. Very, very well-known police station. So the police would keep control of the area. And so that's it. This is, as I said before, a typical inner city community. This one is not as notorious as others. Some of the other notorious ones were Trenchtown, Jonestown, and so on, Arnett Gardens. You know, those are some of the more notorious ones. This one is called Raytown. Raytown is what it's called. So they don't really have a reputation of violence as some of the other cities, but inner cities. But you know, this is it. All right. To my immediate right is Tivoli Gardens, and you're looking at some of the high-rise buildings in Tivoli Gardens. This is Darling Street, and at the bottom of Darling Street is a police station. During May 2010, the police station was burned down. Police station was burnt down on Monday, on the Sunday. This is the market. Police station is there. And this is Tivoli Gardens. So the security forces came in. And I would say that they were very upset that the police station was burned down. We don't know who burnt it down, but it got burned down. I'll show you the police station. And this is the market, part of the market structure. And they literally attacked the market. Market was burned down. The people were killed. And then they could focus their attention on Tivoli Gardens over there. And they went in there and they killed people, killed a lot of young men. Further up is what you call Denham Town. And in Denham Town as well, they did the same thing. They killed a lot of people in Denham Town. So you have Tivoli Gardens, you have Denham Town, you have the market, and you have the police station, right? It is alleged that they fired mortar into the market and burnt it down. That is what burned down the market. And of course, over here, they also fired mortar into the area, and one set of buildings got burnt down, and people were literally terrorized by what happened. So the security forces would also position themselves at a mini stadium over there, and they would have lobbed what they said were mortars designed to frighten people. But that's illegal, and according to international law, you're not supposed to fire mortar in a residential area. But that was what was done. So this area in particular is called Lizard Town. And in Lizard Town, there was some barriers right along here. And they used explosive devices to remove the mortar, remove the barricades, and then they would have positioned themselves on that side, and they would have been able to fire into Tivoli Gardens. And as I said before, a lot of people were killed. So we have been advocating on behalf of the people. We're seeking compensation. We're seeking reparations for the people, and we are seeking for those who had command responsibility for the security forces to be held accountable, and that they should be put on trial, whether it's at the International Criminal Court or before our local court system, and they should be tried for terrorism, because we have a terrorism prevention act, and we believe that terrorist acts were committed by the security forces. In a matter of days, the report that was done should be released, and then we'll find out what is the thinking of the authorities in terms of how they're going to bring about justice. Nobody knows what they're going to do. Nobody knows whether they're going to compensate the people. Nobody knows whether they're going to hold anybody accountable. And this is really a reflection of how the state in Jamaica treats poor people. They don't treat human rights issues with a sense of urgency, and with the fact that they have to, bring about justice for the people. So that is a big issue that is happening. But as I said, that's Tivoli Gardens, that's Denham Town, this is the market, the police station is over there. And in May 2010, all hell broke loose. Fires, shooting, people getting killed on the streets, etc., etc. It was a terrible situation and a terrible blot on Jamaica's history. That is what happened.
Ooh.